Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the DevDojo journey. This is episode 7 and today is June 17th, 2022. So in each of these videos, I kind of just sit down with you and kind of talk about building the DevDojo, hopefully reaching it to 10K MRR, hopefully this year, if not sooner. And in this video, I cover 3 different sections, which include stats, updates, and a few questions. And I'm completely transparent about everything, numbers, and everything to kind of, hopefully motivate you and encourage you to build out your side project one day. So let's go ahead and jump into the stats. Okay, so it looks like we are here at 59,601 users who have signed up for the DevDojo account. So this is up about 500 users. And I think it's kind of just pretty solid growth. We're getting about 500 to 600 new users signing up for a free DevDojo account. And then I'm going to jump over to the number of active paying users. So we are at 701 active paying users, and that is actually down 1 from last week. So actually not moving the meter too much. And if we jump over to the total month-to-date revenue, we're at $69,064, which is up only about $10. So again, we're kind of still staying at this, solid line. Hopefully these numbers will be increasing in the next couple months. Then I jump over to the analytics, and we are at 24,000 users for the week. And it looks like this week is going to probably be around 26,000 users because it's still the morning right now. So by the end of the day, there will probably be about 26,000 users who have visited the DevDojo. So that's it for the stats. Let's go ahead and jump into a few updates. Okay, so if you check out devdojo.com, you'll see that there has been a little bit of a facelift, and we also have the new DevDojo logo on the site. So you can see up here on the top left, it's looking pretty sleek. Then we can go down here to theme, and we can click on light mode, dark mode, or you can just choose the system default. So whatever your system default is, that is what the color mode will be. So I released that with a few other UI tweaks. We do have a new carbon ad on the site. So as you scroll down, you'll see this nice little ad pop up. And the carbon ads are pretty cool. They're doing, I would say, around $300 to $400 a month. Hopefully that increases as the site traffic increases as well. One other big thing that I have released is for internal use, we are going to be testing out the new version of Tails. So for everyone else right now, you can visit devdojo.com/tails and you can check out version 1, which is again just this drag and drop Tailwind CSS page builder. But let me jump over to a user who has the beta access enabled. Okay, so if I have beta access enabled and I go to Tails, you'll see the new page here in front of you. And then you can click on launch the app and you'll see the new Tailwind CSS page builder, or the Tails page builder, right here in front of you. So whenever you launch the app, you'll actually be here at your dashboard. Let me go ahead and reload this. You'll be here at your dashboard and you can see a list of your current sites that you have available. So you can click on this site and then you'll be able to design this. And then you can also go over here to preview, and this is where you can preview your site at your own kind of vanity URL. So this is coolbeans.devdojo.site. You can then customize the URL that you would like it to be, and you can also point your own custom domain to this site. So this has been released. It's available on production, but again, only for internal use right now. I probably will be sending out some beta invites next week. So if you want to be on that list, go ahead and send a comment below and I'll make sure to add you to that list. So hopefully this new version of Tails is going to increase the number of sales. It's also going to decrease the number of people who have churned, who cancel their subscription. Whenever we release this, we're also going to do a big product hunt launch, and I'll kind of let you know how everything goes with that launch when we do that, hopefully in maybe 3 to 4 weeks, if not sooner. So that's it for the updates. Let's go ahead and jump into a few questions. Okay, so here are a few questions from last week's video. Alexander says, how do you make designs? It's beautiful. Any recommendations on how to learn to make such UI? also design component for library for Tails. Do you do them yourself or do you outsource them? So I actually do all the designs myself. I don't outsource any. I have had a few people submit a few templates, and then I will make sure that I modify it just that way it meets my standard. As far as building out design and just getting better at design, I mean, it really just comes over time. You really just kind of have to like push pixels, look at designs. You know, looking at other people's designs for inspiration is a really good way to build your own kind of design eye. So make sure to look at other sites and see what they're doing. Try to rebuild it yourself, and then just keep on practicing. And, you know, like everybody says, practice makes perfect. Doesn't actually make perfect, but practice makes you a lot better. So yeah, if you want to get better at design, just keep on doing it, and eventually you're going to get better at it, I promise. Let's see. Next question says, hey, I have one question. Is there any way that we can connect Tails to and BAAS BAS to make full stack? So I actually had to look up what BAS was. I guess it's a backend as a service. So that includes Firebase and a lot of these other services that offer, you know, kind of these backend capabilities. So I think, yes, it's actually going to be possible, and that's probably something that I will focus on in the future for a future version of Tails. So maybe connecting, being able to submit a form, you know, inside of Tails, and then have that connected to maybe like a Notion database or a MailChimp. So those kind of back-end services is definitely something that I will be working on implementing into a future version of Tails. Let's see, then we have Ali says, which web technologies do you use to develop new Tails project? So I actually did go over this last video, but I'll briefly cover it right now. So I am using Laravel, and specifically I am using the Tall Stack. So be sure to check out tallstack.dev. That is Tailwind, Alpine, Laravel, and Livewire. Again, the coolest stack around. It just makes building web applications so much easier, and it makes it really fun. Let's see, the last question. When an e-commerce platform built on top of Voyager? No, I probably won't be building an e-commerce platform on top of Voyager. You know, I think that there's just so many e-commerce platforms out there, and I'm actually just not really that interested in it. So probably won't be something that I will be doing. But that is it for this week. Yeah, I got some fun stuff coming up. Next week, I will probably be giving a weekly, you know, a DevDojo video at the end of the week, but I probably won't be devoting too much time next week. Me and the family are heading up to Orlando. We're going to check out Disney World and Universal Studios. So kind of a fun week next week, but I'll still make sure to tune in with some of the updates at the end of next week. And I'll also be checking some email and doing a few things at night. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week.